We are given a dielectric with an inside radius A and outside radius B. We need to find the field and the potential if a certain positive extraneous charge is distributed uniformly over the internal surface. So on the internal surface, you have given a charge plus Q, and extraneous means it's the external charge. So this charge is not due to the dielectric. So let's find the field and the potential for this, and in second case we'll see what happens when the charge is distributed over the volume. So in this case, this charge we can concentrate on the center, and the field between the in between the dielectric will simply be kq by epsilon r square, and E out is kq by r square, because for an outside point is not inside a dielectric, so it's simply kq by r square. The potential outside, see, the field is kq by r square, and if you are bringing a point charge from infinity to that point, we know that potential in that case is kq by r. So we get that also. Now the tricky part, which is the potential in between, inside the dielectric. So for that, we need to move from the surface, because we know the potential on the surface. That will be when we put here the value of R as B. So that will give us the potential on the surface. So we know that, and we know the field inside. So by minus E dot dr between this point and this point, we can find the potential at in between point. So dV is equal to minus E dot dr, and the limits of V will be VB to V, and limits of R will be B to R. So here the value of VB is kq by B, and value of E here is E inside, which is this. So if you put kq by epsilon r square here and integrate, you will get this. And here you will just write V minus VB, which is kq by B. So if you open this, you are going to get this. So V in is some constant plus kq by epsilon r. So now we can plot. So E inside is obviously 0 because of the symmetric charge distribution. Once it reaches the surface of the dielectric, then E is this. So inversely proportional to epsilon r square. So it will begin to fall. Then as it goes just outside the surface, it becomes kq by r square. So there is a jump here. Just inside the surface, it is kq by epsilon b square. And just outside the surface, it is kq by b square. So there is a difference, there is a change in factor of epsilon. And epsilon is greater than 1. So E in is less, sorry, here. So E in is less and E out is more. So there is a jump. Then again it's inversely proportional to r square, so it will decrease and become 0. V out is kq by r, so that we know. But we can let's start from here. So inside the potential is constant, so it's going to be a straight line. Then V in is this. So it's proportional to 1 by r, and there is a factor of epsilon also. So it's going to fall quite fast. And once it reaches the surface, it's going to fall a little bit slowly because epsilon is not there. Then it will fall as kq by r. So here the fall is sharp, here it is slow. And just to confirm, you can put the value of B here. And if you put the value of B here, you will see that on the surface, the potential is going to be same. This is kq by B, and if you put B here, these terms will get cancelled, and here also you will get kq by B. So this is always a good way to verify if you are getting the correct equations for the potential. So potential is a continuous function. So this is continuous at the surface, like this. Electric field, however, can jump, as in this case, which is also possible. Now in second part, the charge is distributed over the volume. So here we have to use the Gauss law now. and because we need to calculate what is the charge inside the surface, and from there we'll find the electric field at this point, and we'll divide that by epsilon to get the actual electric field. So E into 4 pi r square is equal to Q in by epsilon naught. So this is the Gauss law for dielectric. So whatever electric field we get here, we'll get a factor of epsilon at the denominator. So E into 4 pi r square is equal to total charge inside. So rho is a constant. So it becomes rho into volume enclosed divided by epsilon naught. This gives E in. E out is due to the total charge. So it will be direct kq by r square. I'm not calculating here this q, but you know that the value of q will be 4 by 3 pi into b cube minus a cube. So I'm not writing it because it's a constant anyway. So E out is kq by r square. This gives V out as kq by r. Now V in is again tricky. So again, just like in the previous one, we are going to go from the surface to the inside point. So on the surface, we have the field as VB. So the limits of the V will be from VB to V, from VB to V, and limits of R will be from B to R. And here we'll put E in. So you put the value of E in here and you just integrate, and you will get your result in the form of C1 minus C2R square minus C3 by R. The C1, C2, C3 are positive constants. So in this question we need to plot, so we don't need to actually worry about the actual constant values, but let's see how these varies. So let's see the electric field first. Inside it is 0. Then E in is a function of R minus some constant by R square. So because that it's proportional to R, it's going to increase, but not linearly, because we have a function of minus a cube by r square also. So it's going to look something like this. Now on the surface, there will be a jump again because the field is going out of the dielectric. And the value of that will be E out, which is kq by b square. Now after that, at infinity it becomes 0. Now V out, let's plot V. So potential, let it be a constant inside. So it's going to be a straight line. In between region, the V in is this function. So this you can see it's an inverted parabola and minus a function of 1 by r. So we don't know exactly how it will look like, but it's going to look little bit like an inverted parabola. And after that, once it goes out, it's just inversely proportional to r. So it's going to fall like this. So the important thing in this question to note is that as the point moves out of the dielectric, there is a jump in electric field. So always, whenever there is when we take a point just outside the dielectric, the field is always more than just inside the dielectric. And the reason, if you can think of it, is because we have a charge density here. So this is a positive charge inside. So this is going to cause a little bit of positive charge on the outside surface of the dielectric. So because of that will help the outside electric field. So that will give you a jump, and it will oppose the inside electric field. So that's why it is less. We'll see some more problems on that. It will become more clear. Anyway, so these are the plots. They have not asked the values of E electric field and potential in this question, but we just calculated it because we should know how to calculate these things. All right.